Introducing first in the corner to my left, she is the best thing to ever come out of Providence, Rhode Island, Veda Skye. Her opponent in the corner to my right, from Hackettstown, New Jersey, Deonna Purrazzo.
All right, Joey Styles joined by Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated in this semi-final matchup in the Women's Wrestling Revolution tournament for today. Veda Scott, who somehow survived Jessicka Havok in the first round, taking on Deonna Purrazzo, who got a win over Alexxis in the first round. Justin, welcome to Beyond Wrestling and Women's Wrestling Revolution here in Providence.
Thank you for having me. Big fan of both. Purrazzo, kind of a modern-day Rick Rude. She's bounced around NXT, Ring of Honor, TNA, all by the age of 21.
Yeah, really paying her dues and humping the road, as Taz would say. And Veda Scott, of course, the graduate of Drexel University Law School. While she was studying law, was also training at the Combat Zone Wrestling facility under Drew Gulak in Philadelphia.
Two hardworking women. Nice to see her putting the law degree to good use, too, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when it was time to take the bar exam in the state of Pennsylvania, she decided that she was going to enjoy wrestling more. So, I mean, she's never practiced law, but she's certainly a very intelligent young woman. I spoke with her earlier on, and she's proven it many times in the ring. Shoulders down, 2 in. But is she smart enough to sneak past Deonna Purrazzo?
Two women who took very different routes to get here, by the way, but you're right, absolutely. Both have arrived in Beyond Wrestling. Interesting, too, Purrazzo. Who does she remind you of, Joey, from your history with wrestling? Who do you see similarities with Purrazzo?
Hard to say. I mean, only because it's so early on in her career. You know, what I'm most impressed with her, honestly, is just the fact that she's so willing to travel and go wherever she needs to go.
Reminds me a little bit, and she, like I said, very young, of a young Sherry Martel, just in terms of that versatility, in terms of that flexibility.
Well, if you knew that and you felt that, why'd you ask me the question, Justin?
Well, you've got a lot more experience in this
Yeah,
business
but I
than
wasn't
do.
thinking it. You were. You just put me on the spot. Thank you, Justin. What do you think? Because you work for Sports Illustrated and you're a big shot?
I'm with a
and
pro wrestling legend next to my left.
Yeah, you're embarrassing me, man. Beautiful springboard DDT. Cover hook of the leg. Barely a 2 count. So, like, you make my career by interviewing me on Sports Illustrated, and then you try to destroy my career by showing me up on youtube.com/BeyondDemand.
It's been a lot of positive reaction to that piece, though. People actually really enjoyed the Kurt Angle story, speaking of a humbling situation, but hard to believe that happened. Hard to believe that some of the stuff in your life has actually happened, that moment being a great example.
And I tell you, a moment that neither one of these women is going to forget is this tournament for today, especially should they win it. Veda Scott just taking the legs out from under Deonna Purrazzo, using every bit of the 5 count. Typical lawyer, using every bit of the rules, bending them as far as they can go before breaking them.
Innocent until proven guilty, right?
You sound like you have experience with the legal system. Massachusetts, perhaps?
Those 2 semesters in law school really paid off for me as well.
Now, see, I was thinking you had a rap sheet. Hold on, shoulders down.
Joey, does it look to you at all like Scott is taking Purrazzo a little bit too lightly?
Yeah, I think Veda Scott, because of her intellectual superiority, has a tendency to take everybody lightly because she's so intellectually superior, which is true, but that means nothing in a fight. And essentially, when you break down professional wrestling matches, they are a fight.
Especially a kid, and I use kid with all due respect, like Purrazzo, from Jersey, product of 2 older brothers, and they worked very hard, I'm sure, as a kid. Just a hard-working young lady.
Plus Hackettstown, New Jersey, of all places. I mean, you ever driven through Hackettstown?
I can't say that I have. What's it like?
Well, I don't know. I just drive through. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've never stopped. That's the reason I just drive through. Had I known Deonna was there, you know, growing up, never mind.
A rose among thorns.
Yes. She's a little young for me. slow clothesline, nearly taking the head off Deonna Purrazzo. Cover. See, and to your point, that's an arrogant cover.
Lackadaisical. You got to hook the leg, Joey.
Especially if you're in a tournament. You're in the semifinals of a tournament. You're looking to go to the final round. You're looking to win a tournament. I mean, we're packed here at the Aurora. Hold on, shoulders down. We're packed here at Aurora, the Aurora nightclub in Providence. This will be shown on youtube.com/BeyondDemand, the most subscribed to indie wrestling channel on all of YouTube. You think you'd want to win?
To Scott's credit, though, speaking of versatility, she can do a little bit of everything. She can work on the ground. She can work a little power.
Hold on, cover, 2-in. Yeah, she's pretty good at striking. She's pretty good at wrestling. That was a beautiful rolling heel kick that she connected with. Kind of reminded me of Tajiri. Not quite as quick, but then again, nobody is.
High praise, absolutely.
Well, and again, there are no guardrails here in Beyond Wrestling and Women's Wrestling Revolution. So basically, you are a fan at your own risk. What do you think we're announcing from up here?
Speaking of intelligence.
Oh, God, what a boot. Veda Scott like a rag doll. That red hair looked like Raggedy Ann just falling to the floor. I'm sure I'm going to pay for that later when she watches this back. By then, I'll be back in the safety of my home in Connecticut.
And that side of the ring is just so painful.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no pads down on the floor here. This is just a concrete floor at a nightclub. And basically, that's done so there's better acoustics for the musical acts that normally play here at Aurora. Unfortunately for the wrestlers, I mean, you're landing on a concrete floor.
Scott right back at it, though.
And Veda wanted to prove she's tough, just basically sticking her chin out and saying, give me the best you got. And why you would dare someone from Jersey to hit you in the face is beyond me. Oh, wow. Point of the boot in the midsection. The knee to the jaw. The Russian leg sweep. Nice roll through by Deonna Purrazzo. Got the armbar locked in.
Looks like she wants the tap.
Veda Scott's got nowhere to go. It's a 16-foot ring, but Veda Scott's a petite young woman, but still gets her foot across the bottom rope. Again, the advantage of being in a 16-foot ring versus an 18-foot ring or a 20-foot ring, Justin.
Really knowing where she is in that ring, too. Like you said, making the most of her size, finding that bottom ring rope, keeping herself alive in this tournament.
Veda's head got hooked underneath that top rope. And we're using steel elevator cable tonight. Nice belly-to-back suplex. Will it be enough, though? Wow, I thought that would have been enough. Purrazzo's head really bounced off the canvas.
Veda showing off why she's one of the best with Women of Honor, too, and Beyond's lucky to have her. As cocky and arrogant as she could be at times, she can work in the ring.
Oh, no question. She's great on the mic. She's great in the ring. Seems like a nice enough person, but, I mean, then again, I'm not in the ring with her, and she's not handling my business. Nice suplex. Deonna Purrazzo holds on. That's two. And into a release German, and Veda Scott landed awkwardly on the side of her head and right back to the armbar.
Joey, do you see a little bit of a young Bret Hart in Deonna?
You know, I've never thought about it. I don't think she's quite as crisp as Bret is, but she really enjoys going back to the submissions. And again, Veda Scott, with great ring awareness, reaches the bottom rope.
Really working on that arm, too. You'd think eventually Veda's going to have to tap.
Well, I think she's buying time right now.
I wonder if she's just luring Deonna in.
Yes, she is. Good call, Justin. Saw it coming. Purrazzo into the steel ring post. And Veda Scott steals yet another victory.
Smart enough to hook the leg that time, Joey.
To the finals, Veda Scott.
Veda Scott steals her second victory of the evening and advances to the finals.
the only thing outweighing her athleticism is her intelligence there. Fantastic finish, especially when she had no business winning that match.
Not at all. And Justin Purrazzo of Sports Illustrated, thank you very much for joining me. It was my pleasure, and hopefully we'll announce again together soon.
Thank you so much. Best of luck, Joey.